What an incredible season the 2021 F1 season has been. And sadly, that's the end of the 2024 season. Weekends watching F1 is over really, but it doesn't have to be over, guys, because rolling the credits right now, F1 2024. Before we go too far, this video is sponsored by EA, and EA have provided this game to me so that I can play the game and let you know what I think of it. If you want to know more details about F1 2024, then check out the links in the description below. Head over there. Go and check it out. I will be playing on PS5. This game is available on Xbox and PC as well. I'm only playing on the just regular basic first generation PS5. So the first thing to say and general impressions with this game is that it's incredibly well presented. It's much more voice acting and narration in this game than you would experience in Gran Turismo, for example. And you will be very familiar with all the voice actors' commentary because you'll be the exact same people that you've watched on Sky Sports F1 coverage.
Before you get started, we need to choose how you'll play. This is the or if you're already familiar, that's it from me.
But before we deep dive into the menus for now, let's go and throw on the wheel and we're going to drive the car for a little bit. We're going to go and do a race and I'll show you how we get on.
Welcome to Silverstone. This ground here is rich with history. A former airfield that served in
Okay, here we are at Silverstone. Nice cinematic intro. Crofty giving us the breakdown about the circuit. 25 degrees, light cloud, but it's dry. Here we have the circuit. A nice TV style intro to this race here.
45 miles per hour. It's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and of Copse flat out.
Absolutely flat out.
Let's run you through the driver grid.
Now, where did we qualify? Because we didn't choose to do qualifying. It's a grid based on rough car performance. Leclerc on pole, Piastri in second. Where did we qualify?
We have Norris,
Perez up there. Sainz, Verstappen, still no Hamilton.
Tsunoda,
Alonso. Come on, Hamilton, where are you? Russell, Ricardo,
Hamilton,
12th position for Lewis Hamilton. We've got a lot of work to do in this race, guys. It's going to be a tough ask to get on the podium.
And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see.
Okay, Anthony Davidson's joined us now in the commentary. Albon starting from 20th.
So tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've
there
got to
we
be
are,
prepared.
12th position. That's
Before
a
you even step
big
foot
ask to
inside
come.
the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car.
We've got a game plan. I've watched Lewis Hamilton do this race. I know what to do.
Your car if X, Y, or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So
right, let's go.
Clear...
Okay, sat in the car. You can choose to go to car setup. You can choose from some presets, or you can customize your own setup. You can even load your setup. I'm going to go for just a preset for maximum top speed. I'm going to need that straight line speed to pass people in this race. Now I'm going to click on race start, and for this race start we're going to have to pull the clutch in, set the revs, look for the lights, watching the lights, wait for them to go out, dropping the clutch when we see them go, dropping the clutch, short shift to second, wheel spinning away. That's not a bad start, not a bad start at all. Putting ourselves into a dangerous situation here, but we're going to get away with it. Russell, I'm going to send it on Russell into the hairpin. That wasn't on team orders, but we're up to 8th position now. That's looking pretty good. He's just on the back quarter. I can see the arrow. Tucking underneath Tsunoda. DRS is disabled for lap 1. I want to save as much battery as possible because we will need that when we come to make the moves later on in this race. A little bit of a bump on Tsunoda there, giving him a bit of the hurry up. Oh, there's a bit of a snap of oversteer there, trying to get the car rotated. Perhaps the tyres aren't up to temperature yet. Got Russell right on our back doors. If there are any team orders, I don't know. I'm going to get on the ERS just to make sure he's... Oh, that was so close through there. 0.2 behind Tsunoda. I'm going to follow him through Maggots, Beckett's. I can feel the weight of the car and the downforce being washed away with the car ahead. Get on the ERS on the back of Tsunoda. I'm going to have to get this move into this corner here. Perez had a shocking start. He was on the front row, wasn't he? Can send it on Perez. Verstappen's not done particularly well either. Oh, we went side by side with Perez. Oh, very, very sketchy there. I had to run off the track. I saw that happen in the race last year, I think it was. Gonna get the move done on Perez. Looking up now through the corner. Very, very high speed through there. Needs to try and reserve some of the ERS for a little bit of a lock up there. Just manage to cruise it to the corner there. Chasing Verstappen now. Short shift to third for the corner exit. So DRS is enabled. I should get DRS on Verstappen. Press it to get DRS. The rear wing's open. A little bit of DRS. Engineers giving us some tips. Oh, there the understeer was definitely pulling through then. On Verstappen now, looking for a drive out the corner. Oh, a little snap of oversteer. I'm going to try and save ERS. He's looking for a move. Verstappen's looking for a move. On Sainz. The leader's starting to break away, I think. Needs to really bridge the gap. Maybe Verstappen's car not working so well in this latter part of the season. Got a good exit here. Should have DRS as well. But he's got DRS on Sainz. We're going to get some ERS deployment now. He doesn't know where to go. I'm going to go to the 3 wide. Oh, to the inside. That's a double 2 for 1, that is. Absolutely fantastic move. The crowd are going wild as Lewis Hamilton gets that place. Oh, run wide on the brakes. Oh, that was a bit sketchy. Now I need to get after the drivers ahead now. Who's ahead? It's Leclerc, and we are going to get the fastest lap of the race. Sainz is right on me. It's not over yet. 58% on the boost. Need to make this happen. Podium's just up the road. A little bit of a lock up into there. We got away with it though. Just rolled off the brakes. I'm going to beat. We've not got DRS this time by. That's not so good. Sainz is going to have DRS on us. Is he going to come? Not looking like it. Oh, a bit of a cut there. Oh, a bit of a scrappy corner. Just feel the weight of the car in the corner here. Just rolling on the throttle. Oh, a little slide on corner exit. Get on the ERS. 3-way battle for the lead ahead now, guys. So that should help us a bit. I just need to bridge. I've got a full downforce on the car. Running in the cleaner air, guys, you can even feel how much more downforce you get when you're not in the pack. You can really just throw it into the corners. It's fantastic. Oh, that was feel really good through there. Did we get DRS? We're not. We're still 1.4. But they're battling. They're going side by side ahead. That's going to slow them down. Is that a bit of a contact ahead now? I'm not quite sure about that, but looking like it's pretty good. 6th gear on the corner exit. Oh, someone's had a big lock up into this corner here, and we're just catching this trio in the lead. Oh, big snap of oversteer. Oh, managed to catch that one. Whew. That was a big moment, guys. Managed to catch that one. So let's see. 1.3 is the gap. We're bringing it down slowly. Another lock up there. Was that Leclerc locked up? Piastri, Norris, Leclerc. Short shift on corner exit. Oh, big snap of oversteer. Once again, I've got DRS though. Not really dropped Sainz though. 7%. Looks very good for overtake. Not very much at all. We need to recharge that battery. Oh, car just sliding on corner exit. We are recharging 22%. Let's see what we can change. Move the brake balance a little bit back. 1.3. This is going to be the end. I'm not sure we have to get on the podium, guys. It's going to be a really tough ask. Although we are fast through Maggots, Beckett's onto the hangar straight. Did we get DRS? We just missed out on DRS. We're so close. 22% on the battery, but they are having a battle ahead. But that was quite fast through there. We've got the downforce on the car. Running to the track limits to the maximum. On the brakes now. Oh, lock the rear then. That brake balance is probably a little bit to the rear. When I get a moment, I'm going to nudge it back more towards the front. 55, 56. Final lap. This has been a real battle. I've really enjoyed this one. Oh, can we get on the podium? Getting on the podium at our home Grand Prix would be absolutely fantastic. Piastri is the problem for now. DRS and ERS reeling him in. 0.5 is the gap. Oh, it's very close. Oh, I've got a bit too wide there. Looking to get the car turned. Oh, big slide. Not ideal. We'll take it. We've got one more straight to go really before the lap is ending. I'll try and gather a bit of battery. Oh, so slow through there. In the turbulent air of the drivers ahead. Need to get a really good exit onto the hangar straight, and that's not the best way to do that. That's a shocking exit. On the DRS, on the ERS, but that's not going well for us at all. But who's going to take the win? Leclerc on Norris. We're here to pick up the pieces. Is it going to be a send into the chicane? Around the outside. Is it going to be around the outside? No, we're not going to be able to do it. Oh, it was so close. Checkered flag ahead, and we're going to come home in 4th position. But wow, what a race, guys. We did get some points. Thank you for the continued effort. Let's keep pushing indeed, guys. That was fun. We got driver of the day. What a race that was. There's so much going on in these races. The ERS, the DRS, managing the brake balance. You can change the ERS deployment. And Leclerc takes the win. So my new team got the win in that race.
I mean, what more can we say?
Okay, switch to a Ferrari now. One time trial session around the circuit de Gilles Villeneuve, Montreal, Canada. A circuit we don't have in Gran Turismo. And I'm going to try this F1 2024 on controller, so we won't need the wheel now. We can just remove the wheel, and we're going to find the controller. So I'm playing completely on controller. I'm going to just go to track, start a flying lap, and see how it feels. I'm going to talk to you guys, talk you through it. The exact same driver assists are on, so I'm playing quite manual still on the brakes, and it's just rolling through here. It feels quite good actually. Nice. You can get on the DRS on the triangle button, looking for the braking zone into turn 1. The haptic, the feedback on the triggers is pretty nice. You can feel the loss of traction and the brake lock. Corner exit. I'm still using manual gears even on controller, using the cross and square button to do that. I'm just sweeping through these corners here. Probably a little bit more awkward to drive on controller, but I've literally just picked up the controller for the first time. Sliding through here, DRS zone, hitting the triangle button to activate DRS, running through the gears, and it feels really, really playable on controller. You can just flow through these chicanes here that you can catch the slides pretty nicely, and yeah, good feeling. If you were to sit down and concentrate and play properly on controller, I think you'll be able to do pretty good at it. A little bit of slalom corner exit. A thumb is probably going to hurt for extended periods of time, but I guess whatever you're used to, really, if you're used to playing with a controller, you will be able to get on perfectly fine with F1 2024 on a controller. So it is quite pick up and play on a controller. Finding through the wall of champions, just brushing the wall of champions there, guys, just like the fast drivers do in F1. And yeah, I've got to say, it's good. You can carve those corners pretty nicely. Rolling on the throttle seems pretty nice. Catch those slides on corner exit, perhaps probably even better than with a wheel, really, because it's just a flick of the thumb just to really get you to catch those slides. And yeah, impressive. The Gran Turismo is very good at driving with a controller. I've got to say F1 2024 is also just as good. Other racing sims like ACC just don't work on controller very well at all, but this one I can get on perfectly fine with it. So controller wise, yeah, it's good. I do enjoy the wheel much more. You obviously have that level of immersion, but with the controller, it's good, guys. I can just run some lap times and enjoy F1 when F1's not on the TV anymore, and I can just pick up the controller, get a slide on corner exit all the way down the straight in my Ferrari, and it's looking good on the DRS. Yeah, I like it. Now let's talk about all the options and game modes available, because there's quite a lot. It's pretty in-depth actually. So we have the career mode, Within the career mode, you can have the driver's career, you can have the My Team career, where you also run a team and make improvements for your team as you go along. You'll be the 11th team on the grid. The 2-player career, which is where you can play cooperatively with your friends, either in a team or versus. And you've got challenge career. I haven't looked into challenge career much at all. In the driver career, you can have, looks like 3 saves going at the time. I just did a quick race. I chose to do my driver career as Nigel Mansell racing in a Williams, and it's absolutely fantastic because the pit radio calls you out as Nigel. It's fantastic stuff. I really quite enjoyed that. And there's the man himself, Big Nige, there on the right hand side. And during the career, you will progress your driver's statistics. You can specialize in different things. You've got various different progression methods and mechanics during the whole season. And I'm not even scratched the surface of this, guys. There's so much to do in this single player campaign career. In the My Team career, and similar story really, you can have 3 save games on the go. And the My Team career I've got going right now, I'm currently in the middle of a session at Bahrain, and you can change a lot of details during this. So you can change the qualifying format from 1 shot to be short or to be the full length qualifying format. So you've got the ability to change things during the careers to just tune it to how you want it to be. Whether you want to spend a lot of time at each race weekend or whether you want to do it in quick succession is all down to you. And we can look around our team here. This is the Daltonator team, so there's a bunch of people working hard. We've all got our that guy's slacking. I think he's reading the paper. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's quite an immersive experience. There's cutscenes, dialogue that actually works quite well. Then we head down to F1 World. This is where you would play the single races or multiple races or even multiplayer from. So there's a bunch of things here. So there's customization. You can earn different things to unlock. So there's liveries you can unlock, race suits, all that kind of cool stuff. Head over to play. So just here we've got what is F1 World. That'll give you an introduction as to what it is. Series where you can have a couple of races, solo and multiplayer events, ranked multiplayer, goals which is locked until I've completed 5 events, Grand Prix which is the one where I did my driving, single race. You can set up any settings you want, multiplayer Grand Prix, time trial, and what is F1 sim racing. So the series looks like it's a bunch of little mini events. Looks like there's maybe a difficulty rating against them all. Solo and multiplayer, you can choose to do some of the different events. There's a scenario with the Hamilton versus Max Verstappen. You can play that from both sides of the coin from the 2021 World Championship decider. There's also a hot lap challenge, Oscar Piastri at Texas. That's a pretty good time trial event where you can aim to beat Oscar Piastri's set lap time. You can head over to ranked multiplayer where you can just compete in some multiplayer events. I've not even touched that at all. There's so much more to cover than the multiplayer. And now let's just cover the settings you've got available to you. So you just head over to settings. You will be able to tune this game to be exactly how you want to play it. Whether you want to just be a casual player with a controller reliving F1 experiences in a casual way, or whether you're a bit more hardcore racing with wheel and pedals and you want a little bit more of a simulation element to it, you can get this dialed in for you. So you head to assists, and right here we've got, you can choose presets, or you can just choose one by one. So you can have steering assist, braking assist, anti-lock brakes and traction control. I've been racing with all of this off because I feel I want that level of immersion. I want the difficulty of not locking a wheel into some of the corners. I want the challenge of rolling onto the throttle and not spinning up the tyres. But if you want to make it easy for yourself, you can just add on these assists. The dynamic racer line, I had that on just to give me a little bit of help. I chose to have it the 2D one so it wouldn't interfere with the cars in front of me on screen. And there's a bunch of different stuff. You can have manual gearbox or automatic, pit assist, and the ERS assist and DRS assist. The driving, I feel, is incredibly engaging. There's a lot going on. As you see from F1 drivers during driver interviews, they have to do a lot during the lap to manage their ERS, their battery deployment, DRS when they're in range. There's a lot going on. It's more than just steering, throttle and brakes. We've got some graphic settings. You can change the gamma, motion blur, HDR, and you can also have graphics quality, whether you're prioritizing performance or quality. I've only got a 60Hz monitor. It's only a 1080p monitor as well, so I can't particularly show off the graphics as good as they could be, but I think they're looking quite sharp, to be honest. Telemetry settings, not something I've played with yet, but it looks like you can actually spit out the data, the telemetry from your lap time to something that captures the data to be able to data log, which is very, very detailed for what is just a game as such. Crossplay, you can choose whether you are cross-playing with PC, Xbox and PlayStation users. I've got it left enabled because I just want to have the broadest range of competitors. On-screen display is where you can just customize what is on screen when you're driving. I left this completely standard, but you can dive deep into this to get it to feel exactly how you want it to. Audio settings, I've messed with a few of these just to get these balanced right for me, but you can just tune them to be however you want them to be. You can choose who is your lead F1 commentator, Alex Jakes or David Croft, if you like David Croft from the Sky Sports commentary. You have some accessibility options, so for subtitles, mono mixing, tinnitus relief, all of this cool stuff. Adaptive triggers as well, you can choose the adaptive triggers when playing the controller. They worked quite well. For the music settings, I actually set it to be theme because I'm worried about copyright strikes on my channel. But if you have the full featured music, I think there's some licensed tracks that you can play. It's fine to play at home, of course, but if you put them on YouTube, you may get into some hot water. And then we have the controls, vibration and force feedback settings. Let's look at these now. So you can go through and remap a bunch of the buttons and the controls to be whatever you want them to be. It's just a case of just choosing what button, remapping a new control scheme, and you'll be good to go. Let's pop on the wheel and get see what options we've got with the wheel. So just signing in with the wheel now, and we get some new menus appear. Now I am using the Moser R5 with a Resolution 2 adapter. Details of this will be in the description below, but it presents itself to the PlayStation as a Logitech G29, so I can edit the control scheme as a Logitech G29. And again, down here I can just choose all of the buttons that I want to assign to different things. So I've got gear up, that duals with the clutch, so you can hold the clutch in for the race starts, camera, look back, activate DRS, ERS, all of these buttons here. So you can just remap the buttons to be exactly what you want them to be. So that is going to cover my first look at F1 2024, and I've got to say guys, I am overly impressed with how well the car drives. I really get a good feel and connection for it. It may not be like the perfect simulation simulating the molecules of fuel going through the engine, but it drives well enough to make me feel like I'm driving an F1 car. How it would translate and collate to Gran Turismo versus F1 2024, it feels like driving the Super Formula cars from Gran Turismo. You get that level of downforce once you're over 100 miles an hour or so. Once you're over into fourth gear, then the cars feel stuck to the road. They're very, very positive to drive. In the low speed is when they're very, very tricky to drive. They've got a lot of easy to lock the brakes. It's easy to rotate the car on throttle, and you see that on the TV as well. In the slow speed corners, they look very clumsy. They're sliding around, bouncing the curves, and when they're up to speed through Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone, for example, they look absolutely stuck to the road, and this same translates in the game. If you do want to check out F1 2024 for yourself, then make sure you check out the links in the description below. That's going to link you over to the website. It will tell you everything you need to know about F1 2024. Feel free to go and check that one out. If you want to know more about the hardware that I use on my PS5, then that video will be linked on screen right now. I'm using the Moser R5 with the Resolution 2 adapter, and it's pretty good fun guys. I gotta say, it's working pretty good so far. Go and check out that video, and we'll catch you in the next one.